I was running through the six.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I asked for some bizarre, crazy questions, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in and answer them for you guys. If I'm looking down at my phone, that's where the questions are, that's why. Okay, the first question is, have you ever worn mismatched shoes out in public? No, I don't think I have. How do you resolve swimsuit issues when you realize you shouldn't, or you should have had a wax job? I'm very self-conscious about stuff like that, and I don't think I've ever been in the position where I wasn't good to go. So I just shaved because it's a lot easier and a lot less painful. But yeah, so I think I've never really been in that situation because I'm just super self-conscious about it. If you didn't bear the name you had, when looking in the mirror, what name do you look like? I have always thought I really can only picture myself as Shelby. I just can't picture myself as any other name. Shelby, yeah. What's one thing you wish you could change in the world if you had the power to make it happen? I think I would just change like people's just natural human instinct to judge like automatically. If there's a way to change that, I just feel like life would be a lot easier. We would really get to know each other and just treat each other differently if we just didn't judge instantly. What's one thing you wish you never did but it made you stronger as a person? I will say I'm really not a big person that like holds grudges or, you know, lives with regret. So there's nothing really I've changed, even though like some things have been terrible. I feel like I've learned from everything. Have you ever just looked at someone and felt automatically annoyed? Yes, and that's back to like the first impression thing. It's terrible, but it's true. Yes. I have, yes, it's yes. Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle? Glue does not stick to the inside of the bottle because it has not yet been exposed to air. Air is what makes glue tacky, and the bottle is like a protection for it and keeps it liquid form. Science. I like science. What's your worst habit that no one knows about? Okay, I don't really have any that absolutely no one knows about, but I have a habit that only people who live with me know about, and that is sounds. I cannot stand sounds, and it's to the point where I will cry. Like, I'm not joking. Still, now as an adult, I will still cry. I remember when I was younger, my brothers would make annoying noises at the dinner table to the point where I would like throw a tantrum and just freak out. Like, it bothers my nerves. It sounds crazy, but I will cry. Nick, like if he brings food or something into the bedroom to eat right before bedtime and I'm ready to go to bed, I will go to the guest bedroom because it's not his fault, you know, but I cannot stand sounds. I will cry. My mom, she chomps on ice all the time. It makes me crazy and I will cry. Favorite age you have been so far? And probably I would say 20 years old, and that was like the roughest year of my life. It's when I went through my court case. It's when everything happened with Natalie, really around the exact same time that all happened together. But all in all, it made me an extremely strong person. Not only that, it really bonded my relationships with my family more. Caused me to kind of drift apart, I feel like, from my family or from certain individuals, and it really showed me the people that are very important to me in life and that care about me to life, and looking at the different perspectives of things and not to just judge someone by their decisions or what they're going through, because unless you're in that position, we have no idea what it feels like. So 20 years old was a very hard year. I'd already deployed. I had, because I deployed when I was 18, so I'd experienced a lot in life, I feel like, already, but 20 really just helped me find myself a lot and really just gave me a lot of passion. If you could erase one horrible experience from your past, what would it be? I wouldn't. I would kind of maybe try to change ways that things happened so it would have not been such a horrible experience, I guess, or maybe like change situations, but I would never like change an experience, because like say change the abortion situation, okay, well then I probably wouldn't have Dallas. So there's just like, there's always a different outcome, so I wouldn't really change anything, even the worst of things. Everything happens for a reason. I feel like God gives us these trials and tribulations for obvious reasons. If you could be anyone in the world for one day, who would you be? And honestly, I would probably go and just be one of my best friends for the day, because I feel like joining the military right out of high school and then like I was just away from them through very like important years of their lives, like going to school and now starting families, some of them, or you know, just big times and moments of their life I feel like I wasn't there for. And now that I don't live back at home, I feel like I still miss a lot of that. And I can text them all day and say, hey, how are you? But you're gonna get the good, or you know what I mean? Or I'm doing okay. But I wish, like, I really want to know exactly what's going on. And I feel like unless you're really right there, you're never gonna really get all of that. And I would just like to know that they're seriously doing okay, or they're happy, or you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe that's real weird, but that's what I would do. If I could go back and be someone, that's what I would do. I'd be one of my friends for a day. If you could be a smell, what smell would you be and why? I've thought about this. I would be the smell of fresh baked cookies, and not like oatmeal cookies, because they're good, but like they're kind of, I feel like chocolate chip cookies is like the best smelling. And I feel like the smell of cookies is normally associated with like joy and happiness. Like, yes, sometimes, you know, maybe you're bringing cookies to someone that's just had a tragedy and like you're cooking meals for them and stuff. But I feel like even that could bring joy to someone that's in a bad place. So I feel like the smell of fresh cookies is just all around a good smell. I don't know anyone that like rage cooks cookies. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so angry, I'm gonna go make some cookies. I just don't know anyone like that. And if you're like that, I want to be your friend. But I don't know anyone that's like angrily makes cookies. So I think cookies, just that smell brings joy. So I think that'd be good. Who is your favorite spelling bee champion? I don't know. I've never looked at spelling bee champions, so I don't even know. Nick is constantly, actually, if I text him, he constantly sends me back the correct spelling of whatever I text him. So I'm terrible at grammar and just spelling. So that's not my lane. If you could combine two animals into a hybrid, which would you choose? I've had a lot of options. I've normally always gone with like a lion and a shark, but today, after much thinking with Nick, I have came up with a lion, a sloth, and a lion. And it would have like the body and the mane of a lion, but it would have the face of a sloth. And it would move like a sloth, and it would attack its prey like a sloth. So it would just be like, I'm sure I just looked like really, like I had issues, but that's what it would be like. And I've drawn this great picture for you all. So it's like a sloth, you know, and then the lion mane. This is obviously like a cub because it doesn't have like the thick mane in yet, but. And then the body, that's like another issue, but it would be the body of a lion. So, a slime. I think that would be pretty cool. And like, it looks and seems so ferocious, but you know it's going to take it like 10 minutes just to get to you, because it's going to move like a sloth. So, yeah. If you could change the name of any color, what would it be? I think I would just change the name of an orange, and I don't know what I'd change it to, but I think I would just change it because it's the only one that has like a thing, like an orange, like it's also an object. So I think that's weird, and I think it's like breaking rules of color, and I don't think something should be named. Like none of the other colors do that, so it shouldn't do that. So I don't know what you'd call orange, but I don't know. That's what I would change though. Where were you conceived? I called my mom and asked her, and her bed. Really uneventful. Can you feel the alcohol running through your veins after having a drink? I can't. I can feel like warmth and a smile, but no, I can't like actually feel it running through my veins, no. When was the last time you saw a duck? Probably like a week or two ago. We actually have ducks at the pond or the park near our house, so I take Dallas to go feed the ducks. Nick and I do that. If you could be any body part, what would you be and why? I've thought long and hard on this one as well, and I think I would just be the shoulder because I feel like it's safe. Like, you know, your feet, you walk in things. Other body parts, you know, that's kind of, you know. Belly buttons are disgusting. Boobs, like, I feel like men would think that'd be really cool, but they're really sweaty and stuff, so yeah, I think the shoulder is just like safe. Like, yeah, there's just no going wrong with the shoulder. And my last question. If you had to pick a toe to be your favorite, which would it be and why? And I think I'd pick my big toe because, I don't know, like I feel like I have pretty nice feet. Like my toes look pretty normal. And I feel like something about pinky toes, like everyone's pinky toe, I just feel like is weird. I think it's just the way it's like curved and it's like just the last one. It's weird. So I think like the big toe is a safe toe to go with. So that's what I choose. Yeah, these are really interesting. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.